We're sticking with the arts theme. Our speaker is John Stillwagon, who's here to talk to us about the Race Street Artists Co-op, a project that he's putting together with a partner in the downtown part of Martinsburg to bring more art to downtown, which I think is a great opportunity. John, if you'd like to.
Well, hello, my name is John Stillwagon. I've been an artist. I've been living in the area for about 10 years now. And one of the things I've noticed about Martinsburg is it's a city that could use a little bit more of the arts. I'm a fine artist. I graduated from the Corcoran School in Washington, D.C. And I've been working on my artwork since. I'm primarily a photographer at this point. What we're trying to do is we're putting together what we're calling right now the Race Street Artists Co-op. It's in the old Fiero building, which is 410 West Race Street. There are 2 floors available to us there, and we're working in 2 phases. Phase 1 is the second floor where we're getting studio spaces for anybody that's interested in having a full-time studio. We already have about half of them. People have interest in about half of the space we have already. We have space for about 8 artists to work, and probably got 4 or 5 right now. The second phase of it is to open up a gallery in the top floor. The gallery space is one open floor where once a month, probably during the summer, we'll be able to put together some art shows for you folks to come out and check out. We'll have sales. There's probably going to be some furniture in there. Our primary focus is fine art, though. We're not looking for craft. There's a lot of outlets for that in the area. Plenty of good outlets for that, particularly in Berkeley Springs and the mountain craft fair that happens every year. So we're staying away from craft, and we're looking for fine art. We're also looking for adults. That doesn't mean we have an age limit. Our youngest person in our studio is going to be 14. For younger people, we're not working on that. I mean, the Art Center has that pretty much covered. We're working on a non-profit basis for the studio. That's pending right now. We're hoping to find a lawyer that can take a look at our paperwork when it's completed and tell us if we've done it right. We're kind of doing this all ourselves, so there might be a mistake or 2 in there. We're looking for more artists. We're looking for patrons. We're looking for help with people that are in the trades. I'm a general contractor myself. We're looking for donations, and we're looking for members. Members would get would receive a discount on artwork purchased, and would also be able to be listed with our, you can do for tax deductions, you can be listed with a mailing list that you know what was going on every month in the studio. The challenges we face right now are we need a fire escape to the top floor. We've been talking with the city quite a bit, and it's been interesting. The city changes its mind sometimes on things, and what went 2 months ago doesn't go 2 months later, but we got Tracy to come in and take care of, really take detailed notes on what they want us to do, and I think that we're getting close to meeting their fire requirements. We've got some fire protection work to do. We've got some security work to do. We need an HVAC person, and we need a plumber. When we get the studio up and running, we intend to do gallery shows, also modeling for artists that want to draw or paint or even photography. There's a large space upstairs. That's a draw for groups of artists. And we want to have different workshops where we do a little bit of teaching. The person that can utilize their skills and teach people what's going on. That's really it. That's all I have.
Wonderful. Well, John, you said that you are working with a partner on this. Who are you working with?
I'm partnering up right now with Don Ramirez. Don Diego Ramirez is an artist like myself. He's been working, he's about the same age as me, I'm 37. He's been working for, since he came out of school as well. And he started in Frederick a place called the Blue Elephant, and it was pretty much the same thing that we're trying to do here, which is a group of artists working together in an open studio kind of situation. When you get, if you have a single artist that's working alone, they don't have any feedback from other people, from their peers. When you put 8 people into the same space at the same time, then there's a lot of back and forth between the two of them. And it makes the work better, it makes the work show stronger. People, they go down, wrong roads, don't go as far as they would if they have somebody there to second guess them a little bit.
And so you envision this as both working studios and display space in the same location?
Yeah, we want to have both a gallery and a working space. The gallery's on the top floor, and of course, with a big space like that, it's open for people to work in as well, but not permanently. And we have the permanent studios are on the second floor, and that gives the people they have something to shoot for. They're shooting for the top stairs. They got to get together enough work and a good body to be able to display artwork on the top floor.
What's your time frame for the project?
Well, it keeps getting pushed back because I'll blame it on the city. I'm a little slow myself, doing some of the stuff that we're supposed to be doing, but probably within the next month or so, we'll have the studio squared away.
Okay.
That work is pretty small, and I would think by probably next month or so, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, we'll have the studios in such a way that people can use them. After that, we'll probably do open studios for a while. Instead of showing on the top floor while we get the top floor up to the code that it needs to be, and while we build a fire escape for the building, which is a bit of a pain.
Now, once the studios are complete, will folks be able to occupy those even though you're still meeting the fire requirements on the top floor?
Yeah, what the city's actually allowed us to do is to do it in 2 stages. To meet the fire and code requirements for the second floor first, and then for the 3rd floor at a later time.
Okay. And does that look like that's going to work for you?
I'm hoping for the summertime for that.
Okay.
I'm hoping to be able to at least went into what Shepherd does. It's the plays that they do every year.
The contemporary art
studio. Yeah, when that's going on, I'd like to have our studios open at the same time. There's a large draw in for that. But we've also been in touch with Shepherd, and there's this extended image class where they're doing installation pieces in spaces, and they might be involved kind of in April. We've got a lot of people that have been interested in shows. I'm building a pretty big list actually of people that are interested, and it's working out pretty good.
Why'd you do this?
I had to.
How so?
Well, I have had a studio in my home since I graduated from school, and that was in '93. And the studio's now moved out of my home. It's too much. It's too much of a. It takes up too much space. I like to be messy, and it just wasn't really a house kind of thing anymore. It was started to impede our living. So the studio space is what and I also want to be in a situation where I'm working with other people too.
What prompted you on the gallery space?
I've been turned down by a few galleries for the work that I do. I don't know if it's the content, the craft, or what, but I've decided that it's showable and saleable. And I think Don Ramirez, my partner, feels the same. And the only way to do that is to do our own gallery. We're the ones that decide what's not shown, not someone else.